Hi CrossFit City Limits, this is Audrey. I'm getting ready to do today's workout, which is 8 400-meter runs with 90 seconds rest in between. Now that sounds like a gnarly workout, and it probably will be a little bit, but I think it's also something that's very approachable and really good as you are wanting to improve your running speed a little bit. This is a good one because we can run at a slightly faster pace than what we would normally hold in a workout or in a long run, and get that small amount of rest to be able to do that over and over again. As you are going out on these runs, I'd think about two numbers. One, I would calculate my 400 pace in my max mile time. If you were running a 6-minute mile pace, which I know most of us are not, that 400 pace would be 90 seconds. Then I also want you to think about if you went out on a run, maybe a 3-mile jog, what your mile pace would be, and try and calculate that down into a 400. Your 400s are going to be somewhere in between those two numbers. So our max mile pace 400 is probably going to be a little fast, especially as we move through these in the later sets. And you definitely want to be faster though than the pace you would go out for a run at. So you're going to kind of split the difference a little bit, and I think that's going to be a good pace for these runs. You can also think as you go out, the first 400 should feel comfortable. We want, again, to be a little faster than what you would go out for a long run, but this is not a blazing, I can't catch my breath pace, because you won't be able to do 8 of them. So it should be a sustained, slightly uncomfortable feeling for each one. My thought is that the first 4 aren't going to be too bad. They are definitely getting a little harder, but I'm still okay, still breathing. And then the work is going to be done in that second set of 4 400s, where each one's going to start to get a little bit harder than the last. And that recovery of 90 seconds is going to start to feel a little bit shorter. My legs are burning. That was 5. 3 more. We'll be done. Because for most of us, that recovery time is going to be less time than what we are spending running the 400. If you do not, couple other things, just logistics, ideally a loop track is going to be a lot easier than an out and back path. I have an out and back path, and we're just going to run with it. But if you can find a track or a loop, that is ideal. And also, I've noticed with running a lot on the streets, my hips are starting to hurt just a little bit because there's a definite dip to our streets. And so if you do run out and back, make sure you stay on the same side so you're working both legs equally on that uneven surface, if that makes sense. If you do not know a 400 track of any sort, there are some easy ways to do that on MapQuest. Another possibility for this workout, if you just don't want to figure it out, is to run for time. So pick a distance that would be, or pick a time that you think it would take to run a 400, maybe somewhere between 90 seconds, 2 minutes, maybe 2.5 minutes, and run for that amount of time, and then rest for 90 seconds. You could do that as well if you just can't find a 400-meter track. If running's really bugging you, this is a great workout. You could sub rowing. I know most people don't have rowers, but if you are a lucky one and have a rower, you could row. Biking, I would increase the distance to a half mile, but 8 half-mile bikes would be a really great workout as well, and something that you could do out and about as well. So I'm going to go give this a try, and I will tell you how it goes. That was tiring. Hey guys, I just finished the workout. It was pretty similar to what I thought it was going to be. The first couple weren't too bad. If you keep your pace, you got to set a pace, stick with it. And then after about the second or third one, you have to work a little bit harder to maintain that pace. That goes for each consecutive rep. So from 3, you got to work a little bit harder on your 4th set, a little bit harder on your 5th set. So it's feeling like you're running faster, but you're not. You're just keeping that same pace. Your legs start to burn as they get tired, and so think about just picking up your knees and putting your feet right back down underneath you. You could also think, I was always taught to think about pumping your arms, not in front, but behind. As you move your arms, your legs follow. So if it's too hard to think about picking your knees up, think about driving those elbows back, and your legs naturally follow your arms. Keep breathing. Make sure that you're walking and actively recovering during that 90 seconds so that you're ready to go. Don't sit down and rest. Got to give a shout out to my daughter who did all 8 with me and is competitive as all get out. So it's nice to have friends. If you are quarantining with someone, this is a great one to get them on board and make you keep going. So have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Bye.